Why I'll never wait for the late-night train again. It was a typical Friday night as I waited for my train at the almost deserted station. The clock showed 11:45 p.m., and the next train wasn't due for another 15 minutes. The only sounds I could hear were the hum of the neon lights and the occasional rustling of leaves being blown across the tracks by the wind. I sat on one of the cold benches, scrolling through my phone, when I suddenly heard a faint whisper. At first, I thought it was just the wind, but when I looked up, a man stood a few feet away. He was dressed in a long dark coat, with a hat pulled low over his face, hiding his eyes. "Don't wait for this train," he said. His voice quiet but unsettling. A chill ran down my spine. "Why not?" I asked, feeling a mix of curiosity and caution, debating whether I should just ignore him and move away. He didn't respond directly. Instead, he pulled something from his pocket. It looked like an old yellowed photograph. He held it out to me, and when I took a closer look, my heart skipped a beat. It was a picture of me, standing at the same train station, wearing the exact clothes I had on at that very moment. Before I could question him further, the train pulled into the station, its headlights illuminating the platform. I glanced back at the man, but he was gone. The doors of the train slid open, and I hesitated, remembering the man's warning. I decided to stay put, watching as a few passengers boarded. As the train pulled away, a sense of relief washed over me. But then, my phone buzzed with a news alert. Late-night train derailed, several passengers injured. It was the train I had just let go. Shaken, I hurried home, trying to process what had happened. I couldn't shake the feeling that the man had saved my life. But why did he have that photo? And what did he mean by saying it wasn't my first time there? The next Friday, I found myself at the station again, unable to resist the pull of the mystery. It was the same time, 11:45 p.m., and I scanned the platform, hoping to see the man. Sure enough, he appeared, standing in the same spot. "Why did you come back?" he asked, his voice heavy with a sense of sadness. "I need to know what's going on," I said, determined. He handed me another photo. This time, it showed me boarding the train, and the timestamp read 11:59 p.m., 10/13, tonight's date. "This is what happens when you get on the train," he explained. "Every time, you die. And every time, you come back here, repeating the same night." The train's headlights shone through the darkness, and the doors opened once again. This time I felt a rush of urgency. If I was stuck in a loop, I had to make the right choice tonight. I looked at the man, searching for any hint of guidance. "How do I break the cycle?" I asked. "You must choose the right path," he said. "It's the only way to escape." As the clock struck 11:59 p.m., I made my decision. I turned away from the train and walked toward the station exit. The air around me grew colder, and I felt a strange sense of relief, as if I had finally made the right choice. I checked my phone, expecting another news alert, but there was nothing. For a moment I believed I had broken free. But as I stepped through the exit, the station lights flickered, and everything around me faded. I found myself standing alone in a dark void. The man's voice whispered one last time. "The loop is broken, but your path is far from over." And then silence.